Beer Babies and Two Men presents The Battle of the Beers. I believe it was Plato that first said, if you ain't first, you're last. That counts in both races and beer reviews, I guess. In the biggest beer challenge ever put to podcasting, who'll be fast, who'll be slow, who's gonna be first, and who is coming in last. Well, we hope you can keep up because this is a red hot, razor sharp, super fast episode of Beer Babies. But this Beer Babies episode is actually brought to you by Tin Man, an incredible company that are delivering amazing craft beers from all over Australia to your door, which is what they did for us. We are super excited. We got delivered 12 amazing craft beers from all over Australia to our door, and we have been slowly making our way through those in an epic beer battle to see which is number one.
Hang on. Beer battle.
We've already eliminated 6 beers from the 12, with 2 making their way through the final round, and we've got 4 left. Of these 4, one of them is going all the way to the championship spots. And let's see who can make it. Helping me decide which of these 12 beers we got is the best, I've got my 2 best boys. I got Billy.
Hey guys, I'm Billy. I like a lot of beers.
And I've also got Declan.
Hey, I'm Declan. I don't like any beers.
And my goodness, we are red hot. We are firing. And if you can't tell, we've reviewed 8 beers already.
We can cut that.
And to cut the last 8 beers? Yeah, we can. So, Declan, you've got a beer. It is red hot, and I am so keen to try it. What have you got today?
I've got the Brick Lane Pale Ale. So you want to pour those out?
I'd love to.
So, this is the Brick Lane Pale Ale. So this one is the One Love, Pale Ale. This is the One Love Pale Ale by... No, wait, no, that's where it's from. Dan... I don't know how to pronounce that. Dandadong, Victoria. This is a pale ale.
Every time that light flashes, Declan, means you're too loud.
Oh. Dandadong Pale Ale. Dandadong Victoria Pale Ale. Dandadong.
We can make a remix from that.
One Love is a soft-boiled pale ale, bursting with bright hops, aromas, and stone fruit, passion fruit, and citrus flavours. This beer is golden straw in colour golden straw with colours and delicate haze from the malt and flaked wheats in the brew. Late and dried hops delivers fresh hops, aromas, and layered fruity tropical flavours. Get together, One Love.
And before we move on, I would just like to let everyone know who's listening. Our strong suit is reviewing beers, and it's not reading stuff that Will's written down the day before.
Hell no.
I think that this beer, like they said, it's gold in colour, and looking in your glasses, it definitely is.
I don't know, mine's a bit see-through.
The can is also gold. It's sort of got like this cool sort of high-rise thing going on. But to be honest, I don't love the taste of this. This, for me, it tastes closer to a lager than a pale ale. What do you guys think?
What's that Japanese beer we love?
Asahi.
I think it tastes a little bit like that for some weird reason, which is a very light, washed out kind of beer.
I think you're probably right because I don't think I liked Asahi at all.
Declan, what do you think?
I think there's not a lot going on. It's very weak flavour-wise and palate-wise. I'm not getting anything.
You're so hard to please, man.
I
don't like beer, but I don't like beer that doesn't bring anything, and when beer does bring something, it's too much. It's so complicated.
There's a lot going on up here.
To be honest, I would say that this is my least favourite tasting beer so far. It's just meh. It's like, the taste is it's bland but also offensive, which I don't even know how that's possible. And so I'm not really enjoying this at all. For this podcast, normally we do our impeccable 6-pack test, but we've swapped it up a little bit. And we've actually broken down our review into 3 sections. So
That's right. What are we reviewing? Declan, number 1.
Can.
Will, number 2.
Number 2 is taste. And Billy, number 3. Wow. So we've broken it down, and I would actually give this one a 1 for can. I think it's pretty fun. It's a cool can. Taste is a 0, and wow is a big fat 0. So Billy, over to you.
I'm gonna give the can a 1. I'm gonna give the taste a 1, and there is definitely no wow. I kind of like this beer. If it was ice cold and I didn't really want to sit down and enjoy beer but needed beverages, it's weird. It's got its place. I like it. It's not offensive. Declan?
I'm going to have to rehash Will. I reckon the can's the only good thing about this.
Are you going to give a 2 for can, though?
No, 1.
Oh, so it's not that good.
Yeah, 1 and then a 0 for taste and a 0 for wow. Because it's just not doing anything for me.
What's the next beer?
Hang on. I think I got... Oh, yeah, so I got this one. So this is Full Moon Party. And check out the can. I don't know if that's Bluey or a rip-off, but... Dang, I'm surprised I haven't been sued yet. Will, can you crack this one for me?
I'd love to crack this one, and I love how you definitely don't have kids if you think that looks like Bluey.
Yeah, maybe if Bluey was on acid instead of running a TV show.
If Bluey was at a midnight party doing pingers in Thailand.
Maybe. So this is Wolf on the Willows, a Full Moon Party Mango Pale Ale. So I'm excited already. It's from Victoria, and I've got a little bit of a spiel, which is quite long, and like we mentioned before, we're not very good at reading. We're very good at drinking beers. So let us whisk you away for a moment, where the sun is hot and the beer is cold. You're sitting on a beach in Thailand, where unknown beverages served in buckets, tasty pad thai, green palala salad, surrounded by European backpackers. Sound good? Question mark. Time to crack a Full Moon Party Mango Pale Ale tinny.
I'm not getting.
There's more. Loaded with mangoes, pad tad, good times. Oh my god, I think I was offensive saying that. I'm sorry. Subtle tartness, loads of real mango and galaxy hops. We're going into outer space, boys. A sprinkle of salt. Make this super seasonable.
Sessionable.
Yep. Let me say again. And a sprinkle of salt makes. Oh, that's where I'm going wrong. It's not. I don't know if you didn't copy it properly. One more time.
From the top.
And a sprinkle of salt makes this super sessionable. Pale ale, a real thirst quencher. A touch of lower alcohol to keep you and the party going all night long. Yeah, consumption in a bucket is optional.
Consumption in a bucket, like you drink the can from a bucket?
Yeah, consumption in a bucket is optional.
I think they mean
as in, like, when you go to Thailand, they give you, like, a Corona bucket with ice and beers and stuff. Because shit get warm quick over there.
Oh, yeah, true. I wouldn't know.
Hey, we should go to Thailand for our next beer, babies.
I like the colour of this beer, but that's probably the full extent. I don't think this is a particularly tasty beer. I'm getting like that, like that saltiness. That's
yeah,
really,
I'm getting that.
That I feel like it's supposed to be like a subtle thing at the end, but to me the salt flavour is quite forward.
Yeah, you know, when you're in Thailand, you're always just licking the salt water. You're always just drinking salt water. So maybe it's a touch on to try and bring you into that kind of atmosphere, that memory in your brain.
Interesting.
I think can wise, this is an awesome can. Like it is. It's very cool. It's fun. To be honest, it's a touch plain. I think there's enough going on, but it could do better. I think the taste of this beer is. I feel like it hasn't committed. I feel like if it wanted to go mango-y, why not like push really hard into like a sour or something? Or if you wanted, like, it's not hoppy enough for a pale ale. So I think its lack of commitment has sort of lost its points for me. What about you, Deck?
So, I like the can, but it is also like the artwork is very cool, but the rest of the can is very plain and boring. The flavor, that salt thing is very coming through with less of the mango, which it reckons it's going for. In saying that, it is, I understand, like it's probably a hot day drinking beer. It's not hot where we are at the moment, but I see what it's trying to do, but it's not what I want.
Just like always, I feel like I see things a little bit differently from everyone else on the web.
I think it's because I don't.
Maybe is it because I've been to Thailand?
I think honestly, like I like randomly allocated the beers, but so far Declan and I have hated every beer that you have been presenting that the amazing people at Tin Man have given to us.
Wow. So it's not that you hate this beer; it's that you guys subconsciously hate me.
That I honestly think that's got a really big bit to do with it. But
If
anyway.
anything, that answers a lot of questions.
So Billy, let's go real quick because we're dragging along. It sounds like you like this beer. Why do you like it?
I do. You were saying before about how if you're going to go mango, go hard or do a sour. I think the subtleness is good. I've complained about beers that are like, oh, we're going to put a touch of coffee in this and it just tastes like coffee, or we're going to put a touch of some kind of fruitiness in it. And it's just off fruit. That's what it's saying. I like the subtleness to it. It's kind of it is that kind of fruity. It's a smooth beer. I actually kind of like it.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I definitely like it, and I would probably drink this again. So back to our rating system.
Give me your scores, Bill.
The can. I'm digging the can. I love how Bluey's on there, and he's like talking to the sun and stuff. So I will probably give it a 2. The taste, I'm going to give it a 2. The wowness, I don't want to blow the scale here. It's not really wowing me, so I'm going to give it a 0.5.
Cool. I think the can gets a 1 from me. I think the taste is probably actually a 0. Like the more I've drank it, the less I've really. The more I've drank it, the less I've enjoyed it.
It's because I enjoy it.
But the other day I had a hazy by the Wolf and the Willows, which was incredible. It was exactly what I needed. So it's not this brewery, it's this beer. And the wow, I'm giving a 0. Declan, what about you?
I think the only thing that's really grabbing me about this beer is the can. The flavour's not doing anything for me, and it doesn't have a wow. So I'm going to give the can a 1.
Yep. And the rest 0.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
So the incredible team at Tin Man have presented us with an awesome beer that I am super duper excited about. So this is by Osaka and Reckless Brewing. They've actually teamed up to make the NAS XPA. And I cannot wait to tell you about it. And I think when I do, this one will really win you guys over. So Declan, you pour it out and I'll tell you about it.
I'm digging the can. It kind of looks like Connect 4.
Well, let me get into it. So this is the... I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but I think it's like Ashaka, maybe, / Reckless Brewing Co. And it's the NAS XPA. So these guys are from Sydney in New South Wales. And Osaka and Reckless plus the ABC's Naz Campanella have joined forces for International Women's Day 2022 to bring you this breezy, easygoing XPA. Alive with stone fruit and tropical vibes, making the craft more accessible than ever. So, what is really exciting about this is when I was looking it up, I was on the website and a voiceover started automatically playing. And it was actually Naz Campanella herself, who is a news presenter who's vision impaired. And she started giving the outline of what type of beer this is. She also described what the can looks like. She went fully through it.
Cool.
And it actually scared me because it auto-played as soon as I opened the website.
Yeah, you think you've clicked on a virus or something.
On the can, if you actually feel across the middle of it, it's got Braille across it.
Oh, wow.
And the dots, I believe, are also Braille as well. So the pictures are in Braille as well.
Are you sure it's not Connect 4?
So this beer is all about inclusivity, because so there's lots of people that can't enjoy a fancy looking can, and so this beer is trying to like improve accessibility, which I think is something awesome.
I dig that. Do you know what the braille says across the front of the can?
I believe I listened to it, but I can't.
Best beer ever.
I'm pretty sure that the braille says the name of the beer, so the Nas X.
Give it here, I'll tell you.
Yeah, okay. So what do you guys think of the taste?
Pretty good considering I've drunk the can, drunk my glass straight away.
It's very sweet. Did you get that?
Yeah, it is definitely sweet. Not very bitter. Not many bitters.
Yeah,
Bitter count is low. Jesus.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't go as far as sweet, but I'm getting mild. Like it's not super like hop forward. Like it's just it's mild. It's sort of it washes over. But yeah, I'm not really getting like a super strong hoppy flavor.
Even if you smell it, you don't smell hops either.
I think the can itself is the only one so far that's had braille.
Yeah.
Wait, are we sure?
We've got one can left, so who knows, there might be more. But yeah, I think it's really cool. It's interesting, like because like Naz Campanelli used to do a lot of the breakfast back when I was like on a uni and stuff. So it's a familiar voice, it's someone I know, someone I heard a lot from. So it's cool. It's cool for that to pop up. I think it hits me at just sort of the right time and all that sort of stuff. But Declan, if you were going to rate this one, break it down for me.
So on the can wise, I'm gonna have to give it a 2 just for the added like the braille and the can does look nice. The taste is gonna be a 1, and the wow factor is gonna come back to a 2 because of the can and how like inclusive it is. But yeah, what would you go, Billy?
I would go the can. Starting with the can, I love this. I love the introduction of braille in a can. That is so cool. You gotta also appreciate how complex it would be to try and do this to a can.
Yeah,
this would be quite intense. So I'm definitely going to give the can a 2 because it's insane. And flavour, I'm definitely going to give it. It's a nice, easy drinking beer. I quite enjoy it. I'm going to give it a 1.5 because we can do that now. And for a wow, do I get a wow? No, I do. I get 1 wow. 1 wow points for Billy.
Again, I'm with you guys. I think the can is really cool. I'm going to give it a 2 for can. I honestly think the taste is quite flat. We've had so many really tasty beers today, and this one's not doing it. So I'm going to give this one a 0 for taste. And the wow, it definitely gets a 1. It gets a wow because it's got like cool people involved. So yeah, that's always awesome. So last but certainly not least of the awesome 12-pack that was delivered to my door by Tin Man is the Mismatch Brewing Co. New England IPA. And I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm a big NEPA guy. The New England IPAs are right up my alley. They're normally like your juicier beers. And I'm really looking forward to giving this one a try.
That can, Will, looks super juicy. Just look at it.
So while Dick pours it out, let me tell you just a thing or two about it. So this is the Mismatch Brewing New England IPA. They're from Hay Valley in South Australia. And this is a NEPA. So they say on their website that this is our first true-to-style NEPA. This was a chance for the brewers to work collaboratively to produce a juicy and punchy New England IPA. Experimenting with different yeast strains and hop combinations, the brewery team have created a cracker that has easily become a brewery favourite. Balanced as always in a true mismatch fashion. True to style, expect a thick and juicy viscousy in your glass. A soft marshmallowy head will lace all the way down the glass as you drink a big tropical ale that finish with a slight sweetness, aromatic hints of pineapple and tropical fruits. We've used the newest kid on the block, Cryo Pop, which has been described as big flavours and aromas.
Cryo Pop sounds like a drug, by the way.
We're mega excited to be using this hop when it's so fresh. So, you guys have had a little drink. What do you think?
I think so far, with the out of all the fruity beers or the like fruity profile beers that we've had today, this is probably the strongest fruit flavour that I'm getting. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, this is really fruit forward. I'm wondering if that's that cryo hop. They were talking the cryo pop hop. The cryo hop pop, cryo hop pop.
What does that even mean? Do
It's
they
a-
do they cryo?
I think it's
They
just
cryo the hops, and then bring them in to
I think-
life later.
I think it's just the name of the hop. But
Oh.
it's
That's boring.
it is super fruity. Like this is nearly the fruitiest one so far. What do you think, Bill?
I completely agree. I think the can does the taste justice. Like you're in for a pop of flavor, a pop of color. This is quite a fruity and intense beer.
What was our strongest beer so far? What was the
6.8.
6.8? Well, this one matches it. This one is also 6.8.
Oh well, there you go.
This is a strong beer. You can feel it. You get that sort of heat as you drink it, of the warm alcoholness of it.
I was just about to say that. Like you can. I feel quite warm now. It's almost winter in Tassie, and I'm like, feels like summer.
But I feel like sometimes when you have those sort of stronger alcoholic beers, you get that real like
The taste.
The taste. I feel like the fruitiness of this is masking that really well. I feel like you could drink a few of these before you realised you were drinking a strong beer.
I think the first sip I had was kind of like almost the pucker that you would get from like a very strong alcoholic drink. I think you can taste the alcohol in the first sip, and the second one I'm like, I'm just gravy.
I'm gonna get you a pucker jar, Billy.
I'm puckering up from the alcohol with the first one, but the second sip I'm gravy, and now I'm just appreciating the tropical hits.
This is a really nice beer. I think this is one. This isn't part of their core range. This is one of their like seasonal releases. But it's definitely it's a lot of fun. It's worth getting your hands on. I think the can is fun. It's bright. It's vibrant. It's pastel. It's fun. Maybe Dick, do you want to show?
Jack, this is up your alley.
So yeah, Dick, you've been pretty quiet on it so far. What are you thinking?
He actually just bought a 12-pack online, real quick.
No, I am liking it in the can, but it's not my favourite can that I've had today. I can't remember which one is my favourite, but this one's the mid-range sort of. The
Okay.
flavour's more
Oh.
my thing for this one than the actual can itself.
Okay. So tell me about that flavour. What are you liking about the taste?
I'm liking the full sort of fruit flavour, but with that touch of hops. Like, I guess I'm not a very hoppy guy, I guess.
I would say this beer is unapologetically fruity. Like this beer is like fruit juice flavor and does not give a fuck. Like it's just like, yeah, I'm juicy. You deal with it. is what this can is doing. And I think like sort of the alcohol, it's potentially because it's so strong that it's also giving me that energy.
Maybe.
It's giving me a real you deal with it energy right now.
I completely agree with you. Maybe it's the small space we're in right now, and the fumes have gotten into the air, and it's a bit toxic. But yeah, I think you're completely right. This is actually a fruity beer, but it's not gone to the other end of the field where it's just fruit and like with a little bit of bitterness, hops and stuff. I think this is a really good balance of fruit and beer. If you're gonna say you do a fruity beer, I think this is a good balance.
I think this is an awesome beer. So I think I'm gonna rate this now because I've had so much fun.
Are
with
you?
it. Yeah,
You gonna rate it?
It's about time.
Yeah.
It's about time we just get down to it. I think can-wise, this is fun. It's not the best can I've ever seen, but it's cool. I'm gonna give this one a 1. As for the taste, this one gets a 2. And if I could give more, I would, because I'm really, really enjoyed the taste. And as for the wow, this is 2. I think it all just comes together. It's surprisingly tasty. And yeah, I think this is really good. So that it's a 1, 2, 2 from me. Dec, what about you?
I'd have to give it for the can, a 1. For the flavour, I'm going to give it a 2. And for a wow, I'll give it a 1.
So, Declan, did you know we don't have a flavour column? We do have taste.
Taste, sorry.
That's your other podcast.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
So, Billy, what about you?
The can is exciting. I'm only just going to give it a 1. The flavor's kind of cool. I do like that. I'm gonna give it a 1 because it is quite enjoyable. And the wow, it's just popping up. I'm only just gonna give it a 1. It's got a good amount of wow.
Okay, very, very interesting. So,
If this wins, I'm gonna be furious because but you can cut this.
so
But
annoying.
the alcohol. If it's another fucking lager, I'm gonna lose my mind.
So, what an amazing time we've had. I think it's time we wrap up these 4 beers to find out which one is going all the way into our grand slam of beers next week. So, breaking it down. In 4th place, we had the Brick Lane with 4 points. In 2nd place was the Wolf and the Willows Full Moon Mango Pale Ale with 6.5. In 2nd place, I don't really know how, I'm going to have to go back and recount, was the Mismatch New England IPA, which means in 1st place was the Ashaha and Reckless Brewing NAS XPA.
Thank you.
So we
Well done,
now have our 3 top beers. We have the Ashaha / Reckless Brewing NAS XPA.
From the second round, the Mountain Culture.
And the Gage Roads Pipe Dreams was the first round.
So we have compared these incredible 12 beers that Tin Man has put together for us. My goodness, they are doing the Lord's work over there. And if you love craft beer as much as we do, you need to get onto Tin Man and you need to use the code BeerBabies because that way they know we sent them.
And that's exactly what we're about to do because we're going to get these 3 final beers and we're going to do a final episode in about a week's time and put them together.
Exactly. We're going to take the top beers from the 12 that Tin Man have selected and we're going to put them up against each other and see which is number 1. This has been so much fun. We've had a great time. Thank you so much, Tin Man. And like I said before, I've said so many times, please go on their website, buy yourself some beer, and use the code BeerBabies because you'll get 10% off. That's a free beer on us, baby. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.
See ya.
Ciao for now.